Happy August, everyone. Hacker Summer Camp is over, and everyone is out in the wild now, and we've got a fun little bucket of goodness for you this month. Cue the music, because I'm getting fidgety.
Hearing my brain
I-
rattling around in my skull right now.
Oh, yeah, it's like little drums or something, there's like the synth, and yeah. Anyway. Yeah. All right, everyone. We're going to be doing a little bit more of an ad hoc session this month. We've got a ton on the plate here. We've got some old familiars, and we've got a couple of interesting ones. But let me just introduce you to my cohort, Matt Lee, who really should need no introduction. He's been on here before, and he's always here talking with us. Right, Matt?
So great to be here, Ryan. Thanks for having me. It's almost like we do this once a month.
I know. I feel like I see you at least once a month, And I'm so stoked that you're here with me right now. And I definitely haven't seen you in the past few days at all.
No.
So, yeah.
Especially because you're my manager, and that would be kind of weird if we didn't see each other more than once a month.
It would make me a bad manager. Anyway.
Yeah.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. We've got some real interesting ones. I mean, we've got Hyper-V spoofing again, elevation of privileges. So we've got CVE 2025-53155 and 49707. They're both Hyper-V vulnerabilities that allow the attacker to impersonate communications to other machines via confidential VM. It looks like 53155 is a buffer overflow in the Windows Hyper-V that allows an attacker to elevate their privileges locally. And I really feel like we've talked about this one to death for the last 6 months. I know it's a different one, but I feel like this happens once every couple of months. It's an old reliable.
And I think that one's interesting. So VHDX files are the virtual hard disk files.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Hyper-V uses for the VMs. And so this is all about a specially crafted VHDX file that somebody could plug in. I was about to say plug in.
Yeah.
Proverbially plug in and abuse this vulnerability to upgrade their privileged system, which is always fun.
Yeah.
And then I thought that 49707 was interesting, and I feel like these could be used together. But that one's more on.
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's more on. It's like certificate based, and so it allows for spoofing, basically like confidential VMs. They'll do like certificate based auth, and so these other machines can potentially spoof that certificate and out of that confidential VM and gain access to potentially other machines, and then you could maybe use the VHDX thingy somehow. So those two things are kind of interesting.
That's what I was thinking. It was like just chaining these two vulnerabilities could just have such a huge, opportunity for some, impact for others, so to speak. So I thought that was pretty common, but now just looking at them cursory from above, I'm just like, oh yeah, that'd be a very interesting attack vector. So,
yeah. And how about those SQL injections? What year is it?
Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, it's so easy.
At least there's fixes for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting scrolling through there and seeing, I think there is, how many are there?
There's
like
a
4 or
bunch.
5, right?
Yeah. And I mean, these two that you have pulled up are probably the sturdiest of the two, or of the multiples. The sturdiest two of the multiples. And it just always highlights the need for patching your SQL servers.
Yep. And it's interesting because I think it's a mix of unsanitized parameters in an SQL query to trigger SQL injection, and then the other one was I can't remember what that is now. TSQL commands. So An attacker could inject arbitrary TSQL commands by crafting a malicious database name. So I guess it's two different types of SQL injects, which I thought was kind of cool. Kind of scrolling through them.
Does it give any guidance around that? Is it just patching, or is it like
just patching? I think.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of updates out for it, and
that's good.
Looks like versions 13, some minor versions of 13, 14, 15, and 16 are affected. So
I guess if you could put in some type of sanitization for your queries, like in how they're input into the server, you could probably, if you can't for some reason upgrade your SQL server, you could do something like that, put some type of sanitization in front of it, and you could protect against probably both of those, especially, just if you include blocking just any of that stuff.
Yeah, audit how your code runs, how it's talking to the database, what's being put in the database, how it's put in there. So,
or if depending on how it's going into the server, if you have a nice pipeline in front of it, slide some nice products in there that evaluate.
Are you about to run an ad or something? What's going on?
No. I almost did. I almost actually said one of them by name, and I was like, I don't think I should be advertising for anyone on this. We really try to keep it very agnostic and support all of our people. But yeah, if you have a nice pipeline in place for how any of your queries go into a server, or how you're even pulling those queries from the server, it could be a good way of defending yourself even when you don't have a patch for said server. So
yeah, it just goes to show that all these kind of common things can still crop up in modern software, but I think SQL injection is going to be a problem forever, basically.
Yeah, it's never going to stop, and it's always like, I feel like everyone uses SQL whether they know they're using SQL or not. Like the entirety. Oh, go ahead.
There is no SQL, but I think the majority of people, are probably using some flavor of MySQL or something. So
for database querying and stuff like that. So I think that'll probably do it for us for this month, and we'll be back next month with more speculations, more advice, and hopefully better insights.
And more of our beautiful faces.
That too. So we'll see you all Patch Tuesday of September. Have yourself a great day.